Welcome to another episode on our channel. As you know, one of the things I love doing on this channel is customizing figures. And so we've talked about head sculpts, what bodies, what neck attachments do you need with certain head sculpts. We've talked about how to get hands on, how to get feet on, wrist pegs and foot pegs, and what do you do if you don't have wrist pegs or foot pegs? Are there cheap methods that you can use to still make a figure? We talked about a lot of different things, and I've even put figures together for you guys so you can see how it's done and how the end product will look. But one thing I haven't really emphasized is who to go to get some of these 1/6 scale loose accessories, clothing, and so forth. And I named 5 the other day. I can add another one to the list, but my favorite one is Monkey Depot. Toy Anxiety is really good. Rattlesnake Toys. Zhukov's Attic. I usually put an R in that name, Zhukov. There's no R. It's Zhukov. Zhukov's Attic. Black Op Toys, and I'll add another one, war-toys.com. But those are some really good places to go. Now, the last two, Black Op Toys and wartoys.com, emphasize primarily World War II, American and German stuff. But the first 3 will have a wide span of time frames where you can get all sorts of accessories and clothing and so forth. In the last episode, I highlighted how to make a medieval knight and a coup model Archbishop of Empire figure. So the medieval knight, if you have a body and a head sculpt that you love, you could find everything that you need on Monkey Depot right now. A black robed medieval knight that includes the cape, the robe, the chainmail robe that also has a hood, just like the cape does. It includes the chainmail footwear. It includes the belt, the sheath and the sword, and the shield. You know, that's a pittance of what you would pay on eBay, piece by piece by piece. So Monkey Depot, great stuff if you're looking for medieval knights and other types of figures from different historical periods. I talked about the Archbishop of Empire, which is a very high-end figure made by Coup Model. If you want to make that figure with that particular head, and you start with Monkey Depot, and then for the sword and sheath, you shift over to Toy Anxiety, your walkout cost is going to be $272. If you can live without that head and without the scepter mace that I was showing you in the last episode, and maybe some other things, your price can drop drastically down to $165, maybe even less, depending on what you can live without. The little skulls that come on the figure and so forth. And this is where I got everything but the head sculpt and the body, everything here with the Continental soldier. As you know, this is Sideshow, other than the head and body. Sideshow was the best we had way back when. This the red coat figure was made in 2004, 20 years ago. The problem with the figure, though, the head sculpts were the best we had back then, but today they pale in comparison to head sculpts now. And the bodies, the arms were a little too long. So smaller body, at least with the arms, arm length, and a different head sculpt, I think really perked this guy up. But this guy was made totally from scratch, from head to toe. head to toe. I'll get that right sooner or later, head to toe. And I got everything from Zhukov's attic. So today I want to highlight Zhukov's attic because they do have Napoleonic Revolutionary War accessories and clothing and so forth. So let me just go through, and I got everything. I had the head and the body, but I got everything else except for the canteen from Zhukov's attic. The jacket, the shirt, the collar, the vest, the pants, $25. The pouch over here on this side, that was, I'll find it, $6. The bayonet and sheath, that was $8. The shoes, $5. The hat, $15. And the musket, $15. So everything together, minus the canteen, which I already had, $74. And minus the head and the body, $74. Because I have lots of heads and bodies laying around. Sounds bad, but 1/6 scale heads and bodies laying around the place. If you can live without some things, it could go down further if you can live without the hat. Yeah. The hat itself is $15. So that would bring it down to $69. Yeah, and I don't like having my characters wear hats. I just like having hats, but I don't like them wearing the hat. So maybe you're okay with them not having the hat. Zhukov doesn't have red coats. He does from Soldiers of the World. And you'll be able to find those things if at very economically priced costs. Soldier of the World was not known for making really great outfits and or figures for that matter. Figures were abysmal. But on the right body, the outfits might look pretty good. If you make some modifications, probably even better. But the hats are almost worthless. So I do think in retrospect, you might find some redcoat stuff and you will still find some Continental stuff, but you have to look under Napoleonic, look under that period for something from this time frame. If the items are made by Hasbro, I would have much more faith in how it would look on a body than Soldiers of the World. But then again, I haven't purchased a Soldiers of the World outfit, so I can't in all fairness say it would look horrible or bad. I should just buy one just to see. So walkout costs $74 or less, depending on what you can live without, like the hat, for example. All right. So we'll pause now and I'll bring back the Confederate soldier because I basically got a lot of the accessories from Zhukov. Now I would said it again, Zhukov's attic. We are back and we're still focused on Zhukov's attic. He focuses on the Revolutionary War as well as the Civil War and other periods in time. So just going through the prices here. If you wanted to make what you see here, minus the bedroll, I made the bedroll out of felt. It's not hard to do. And I think I have a twisty tie at the end to keep it closed and nice and neat. But the jacket and the pants, $25.43. You'll find it right now in Zhukov's attic. Slouch hat is not there. On the other hand, I don't usually put a slouch hat or a hat on my figures. I usually just put it at their feet. So $25.43. He has a canteen, which you might even be able to make, actually, if you thought about it long enough. That was $8.30. His shoes were $9. His belt was $10. The sheath and scabbard were $8. The pouch over on this side, that pouch was $15. The cat pouch here was $5. The musket was $22. Basically, the total is $102.73. If you have a head and body that you're happy with and you want to put all this stuff on, all this stuff is going to cost you $102.73. I did notice that Zhukov's attic has just a Confederate belt buckle. If you can make the belt using that buckle, instead of $10, you'll be paying $5. So that would drop it to $97.73. If you can live without the canteen, which is $8.03, again, the price will drop and keep dropping depending on what you can live with or without. It's pretty economical, and with the right head, right body, you could probably get the look that you definitely want of a time period that you think is important to have on display. I'm currently working on a Union soldier, and hopefully we'll be done with that one in a couple days. And primarily the pieces, if not exclusively, have come from Zhukov's attic. I'll let you know when I put them together if all the pieces came from that source. This is absolutely fun to do, to customize, because you walk away with a look that you like. At least I feel I like. So we've highlighted the medieval knight and the Archbishop of Empire coup model in the last episode, using Monkey Depot for the medieval knight and primarily Monkey Depot for coup model Archbishop of Empire, except for the sword, which was completely copper, apparently, and on Toy Anxiety. So once again, we've highlighted a Continental soldier and a Confederate soldier, and basically these items came from Zhukov's attic. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.